Pterodactyl here, and I want to show you another well thought out piece of equipment. And that's this here Simple City with this crappy brakes and scrapple engine on it. Now take a look at this thing, Mr. Cameraman. Pan around over here. What do you notice? Do you notice anything? First thing I notice is, how in the heck am I going to get to that spark plug? Now this is the choke knob goes here, but I already taken that off. And then you got to take these two screws off and pull this cover off. And there's the spark plug way down in there. See it? Now one of the problems that arise is when you try to take off this choke knob, which is snapped on there, which just snaps on the top. A lot of times this thing breaks because it's plastic. So when it breaks, you got to buy a new one, and this choke shaft's about 20 bucks. And then trying to get at the carburetor and the spark plug, you got to pull off this stupid cover. And then it's got this other cover on here too that goes on down here. So you got all these covers hiding everything. Come on. What the heck is going on? Who's designing this stuff? I used to like the old omissions. Very simple, easy to get at. A couple screws, you pull off that little heat box on there. You're right at the carburetor. The spark plug's easy to get at. So grass rats. I'd stay away from one of these Simple Cities. This is probably a Murray. Since Brakes and Scrapple owns Murray and owns Simple City and Ferris, more than likely this is just a fancied up Murray. And again, like I pointed out on other snow blowers, you got these differential locks, these stupid levers, more stuff to go wrong. You know, you got to look at this stuff when you're going to buy things. Not like the other snow blowers I pointed out, like that Taryl that's got that differential on it, where you get posi traction and you don't have these stupid levers on here. But this thing is hard to get at. And another thing, this carburetor on this thing, because again, this Brakes and Scrapple engine's made in China. It's got this real finicky carburetor on it. Now the guy's been doing everything he's supposed to do and still having problems with it. He's draining the fuel. He's running it dry when he goes to store it. Now I got to take the carburetor apart because every time I go to engage it, it's like loaded up. And then it clears out, but it takes a good 5 or 6 seconds for that to happen. So I got to look in to see what's going on with that. I may not be able to fix it. I might have to put a new carburetor on it. And again, look at it. It's not that old. Easy there, Mr. Cameraman. I know we got a lot of crap in here. But yeah, not liking this one. So I thought I'd point those things out to you. Couple of little things when you're going to look for stuff to buy. These are things you need to look for. Like, hey, how the heck do I get to the carburetor? Crazy. But you know, you don't know this when you're going to buy something. You find out the hard way, like we all do. And then you're mad. And then it's like, what a piece of crap this is. I need to get my snow blowed. And I went to pop this off to change the plug and broke that. Now I gotta use a pair of pliers to choke it. And, oh, this thing's a piece of crap. And that's exactly what it is. A piece of fecal matter. A piece of excrement. All right, well, I wanted to check the spark plug, and good thing I did because it had one of these crappy gold-tipped spark plugs in there. I don't know if you've seen the video that we did a little short on these gold tip plugs, but we've had a lot of problems with these. And then some grass rats reached out and said, can you just grind the gold off of there? You misunderstood what I was trying to get at. This is how you identify a potentially bad problem if it's got the gold tip. Because we've had these plugs go bad from new to older ones where people couldn't get their mower started. We've changed out this plug. We kept seeing it over and over and over again. So that's why we decided that we would do a little video on it. So yeah, if you got anything that's got these gold tip plugs in it, running or not, you might want to just change that plug just to be safe. This is a QC12YC, a champion one. I've seen other brands with the gold tip, and my little spark plug machine won't fix these. So we just replace them whenever they come in, just to check it, and good thing I did. But again, got to pull that cover off. I understand that it's a snow engine, and it's got to have all these covers on there, but you think they would have came up with a different way of getting at that plug. Another thing I don't like is this sticker with the QR code that's got the model number of the engine on there. You know what's going to happen. That sticker is going to come off, or it's going to get wore off, or somebody's going to lose this and they're not going to know what model their engine is. But they also put the model right here on this side plate. But we get this a lot too, and I know you grass rats that own shops can relate to this. You'll have customers come in with a picture of this. Here, I got the model number. And it's like, no, that's not the model number. So if these manufacturers want to hide the sticker with the model numbers and stuff, this is the sticker they should hide, because this is the one they always come in with. Well, there you have it, grass rats. Oh, one other thing I forgot. Oh, I almost forgot. Another thing I don't like about this snowblower is this had a shear bolt that was busted on it that I had to replace. And like a lot of snow blowers now, they have a compartment or an area where they give you extra shear bolts. Nothing on this one. No extra shear bolts. So you know what happens, the guy puts a regular bolt in there and then ruins that gearbox. So when this happens, when I got a piece of equipment that doesn't have the shear bolts, I usually zip tie a couple of them somewhere on the unit and then show the customer, hey, you got extra shear bolts here if you need one. So that's another thing I don't like. So let's recap. I don't like this engine because it's hard to get at the spark plug. I don't like that it's got no place for the shear bolts. I don't like this differential trigger locks. That's just more cables and more levers and stuff to go wrong. And other than that, I just really don't like this snowblower. It looks good, but you know, they all look good. But I don't care for this one. So something to think about, grass rats, when you're shopping for a snowblower, things to look at. And as always, there's your dinner. Woo! It's more like an appetizer before dinner. There's your dinner.